I'm Catie. I live in the US in the East Coast. I have always been interested in sewing, but never as passionately as once I had kids and actually had the time to learn how to do it properly. Once I got into having the time to learn how to read patterns and understand that there is a seam allowance that you're supposed to use and not just sew things together, I got a lot more interested in fit. So that's where I am now.
All right. So how many years have you been sewing, would you say?
More passionately, the last 4, I would say.
All right. Well, that's a good amount. Yeah, that's great. And it's great that you've already started with the pattern making too.
Yeah, I'm trying. My problem is I get interested in something and I want to know everything about it, all the aspects. So it's like you can't not see the fit issues anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Well, I don't know if I'd say that's a problem. I think that's a good thing that you want to learn everything.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. All right. So you took the making a moulage course with the GRD method. I would love to hear your thoughts and hear about your experience with that.
I really enjoyed it. I don't even remember how it got brought to my attention to look you up on Instagram, but I think I posted probably a fit question in a Facebook group and they said, oh, check out this person. And I went to you and it was right before the course was starting. And I was nervous to ask my husband if I could spend some money on my hobby that I'm doing at home. And he's like, yeah, go for it. So I was so excited because I had only taken kind of guided courses and just through online or looking at books. So I was really excited to have a real-time class that has the modules released at certain times and somebody that I can ask the questions and post the pictures and go through the steps. So I was really excited to stumble upon at just the right time the course to be able to make it. So.
Wonderful. So you've taken other pattern making courses then online before, it sounds like?
Just the one.
Okay.
And
all right.
It was just like it's through Craftsy, so it was kind of a generic, this is the instructor, these are the courses. And I was supposed to be able to ask questions, but I think I was a lot later in the Craftsy game to be able to do that, so it wasn't as personalized. And it was good. I learned a lot, but I just never quite got the fit. Yeah. Specifically with the fitting of everything or taking the measurements. All the other classes have you use like stickers, little round stickers.
Yeah.
Well, these are beneficial. They are good to help with starting points, but you have so many extra starting points, measurement points on your body, and you have us use the labels and you have us draw specific lines so that we know exactly where to put the measuring tape. I mean, that alone was awesome. Yeah. Because like I said, these stickers are great, but you can put the measuring tape in all different spots, all on it. So when you have the actual markings on the stickers, that was great. And then all the extra measurements and the shoulder slope. That's my biggest problem is the shoulder slope on every pattern. I don't know if I'm just wide in the back or I think I'm like flat on the back, but I have an angle on the front. So just being able to take the shoulder slope measurement and you showing that in your little free courses, even prior to taking the course, it was just the little touches like that, just you stand alone from a lot of the other ones because
thank you.
It's so personalized. And I think that's what got me into it. I watched all the mini series videos and said, well, this is very different than what I've done before. So why don't I give this a try? Yeah. And the first moulage that I did had a few tweaks to it, but it was not even close to the bigger problems I had with some of the other ones.
Yeah. So. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that. And your moulage looks fantastic too, and your sloper too. And you did such a cute thing with your the printed moulage too for your dress form.
Anywhere.
It's so cute. You use such a nice floral fabric. It's super cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
That. And what have you done beyond the course? So in the course, you did a moulage and then you made your sloper. Did you make any styles after that beyond the course?
So far, just the one dress I made when my grandfather passed away. Okay. I don't know why that lit a fire under my butt, but I keep pulling it out. But this is actually the dress right here. That's I made this dress. And it took a while, but yeah, I got it done. And I mean, it was really cool to be able to work with the sloper that I made based off of me, rather than going back to a pattern, hoping to get the fit right, because I've got major slanted shoulders and a big curve in my back. So it was really nice to just say, this is me. Let's make something out of this. Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful dress and such a special occasion to wear for that. Yeah. Good memories, I'm sure. What would you recommend to a sewist or someone who is out there beginning their journey, or not even beginning, or anywhere on their journey, if you had some sort of recommendation for them? I think the biggest thing that has helped me continue on is to put stuff away. Okay. If you start to get frustrated with the fit, if this gets sewn on backwards, if this is just not working, put it away. Yeah. Put it away. You can always go back to it. But if you keep trying, you end up getting so mad at it that it just gets stuck in a pile, and it's just, you never go back to it. So if you start to get frustrated, just step away for a little bit, even just a couple of minutes or an hour. I've had so many aha moments after just walking away. I can't figure it out. Walk away. I'll have it in the shower. I'm like, oh my God, what if I try this? And then you go back to it. And sometimes that's just what you needed. So just don't be afraid to put it away. That's a wonderful advice. I couldn't agree more. There have been so many times that I've just happened over the weekend. I was sewing 2 different seams on each seam. I broke a needle. And I'm like, okay, this is it. I got to stop. Something's not right here. So put it away and come back when you're less frustrated. And yeah. Well, do you have anything else to share about the course itself? What did you think about the Facebook community, the group there? I loved it. The Facebook community was awesome. You being a part of it, but also being able to see and give insights and inputs to other people in their journeys too. Being able to follow along in the same steps with everybody was really cool. It was almost like having a classroom with your fellow students and classmates. Yeah. Like-minded people trying to figure things out for each other. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that. All right. Well, yes, you're really into sharing your makes on Instagram. I follow you there. Do you mind to share that information with others in case they want to follow you as well? Not at all. So on Instagram, I'm Catie Sews. That's probably the best place to find me. I have a tiny Facebook page, but it's not nearly as active as Instagram. That's where I post everything. Great. All right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your honesty, and it's so fun to check in with you and see how things are going. And I love your clock, by the way. It's so cute with the little scissors. Oh, thank you. I think my mother, she got that for me. I've got so many things. People know you like something, and then they just buy stuff, and it's just like that's one of those diamond paintings. I don't know if you've done those. It's just a little bead. My grandmother loves those. So she found a sewing machine one and she made that one for me. So that's so cute. It's been nice to have people decorate my sewing room for me. That's great.